As we continue with our Heritage Day theme, we speak to Khaya Ndwandwe, who's a historian and cultural expert on the meaning of Heritage Day. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. We've just listened to some of the people who were speaking about the significance of Heritage Day, saying that all in all, this day is a reminder of where we come from as South Africans. What's your take?
Good evening, my sister and your team A. It is true, my sister, this is a big day for us. During the apartheid government, when the provinces were divided, KwaZulu, Wangwane, and whatsoever, in KwaZulu, we used to call that day Shaka's Day. Because we are taught who is where the Zulu regiment used to gather in Isilo, to be taught where we came from. It's a very important day. We know that during the dawn of democracy, they changed to be a heritage day. If we talk about something which is a heritage, in Isizulu we used to say, Ifakuku, something which is very, very important. Your nature is so important to you. Your language is very important to you. Even your home. Some other people today, they went home because they say, I came from Limpopo, if I'm from Limpopo. This is a great day for the African, as you see. If you go around, you see people are wearing different regalia to show that I am a Swati, I am a Pedi, I am a Zulu. So it's a good day for us to remind us where are we going, where are we coming from, so that we know where are we going to.
You speak about it being referred to Shaka Day, and we've just listened in and heard King Misuzulu Tini speak a little bit about the portrayal of King Shaka, saying that that portrayal may have been distorted.
Yes, it is true, my sister. It's not Shaka, King Shaka alone, who is when the historian, when they write something which is so different to Shaka. Even if you can go to the Nazareth Baptist Church, they say a different story about the leader of the church. It is true that Shaka is already portrayed in a different manner. Even Tombazi too, I'm from Ndwandwe, I'm the generation of Tombazi. They say Tombazi I think the challenge now we have as a historian, we have to write books and collect that history, so that the younger generation or the generation to come mustn't read that distorted books that we're writing. As you know, that Shaka, some others they call him with different names. I'm scared to say it, as the Isilo mentioned that he was a violent, he was cruel, but he was not like that. I don't know why these people who came first, they try by all means to destroy. Even it's not Shaka, King Shaka alone. If you can go to Eastern Cape, where is King Makoma? They already distort everything about King Makoma. You can't find something which is relevant to his family. They distorted history from A to Z. But I think as a historian, we've got that challenge to rectify all that era so that everyone know who is Shaka, who is King Makoma, who is King Hinza.
How would you say, I mean, we've listened and SABC News has been out on the streets speaking to various people of different ages, of different backgrounds, and a lot of young people, of course, messages coming from the older generation speaking about the importance of language, addressing an elder. How would you say, what is important, and how can we draw inspiration for culture preservation?
As you know, my sister, the nickname of South Africa is a rainbow nation. So during that day, if you had people talking about their culture, it made me to be so proud, because each and everyone want to restore his or her culture where he came from. That thing gives us that idea that South Africa will remain as a rainbow nation, because we've got different tribes, Amatosa, Abapedi, Abasutu. That thing makes the South Africa to be so beautiful, because even the members of the parliament are so different. They speak that language they're supposed to speak. So now it shows that we are the true rainbow nation. Even our culture, diversity of cultures, we are not fighting to each other, but we are proud of our culture.
And what would you say are some of the really important reminders that will ground us all as we preserve and take stock of our culture, whether it be through our language, our food and diversity, and the lessons that can be drawn from older generations?
I can put a challenge to the Department of Education and Culture. If they can introduce this cultural subject. I remember when we go to school in our olden days, we have got that day where we used to be taught about our culture. The other thing, it mustn't be that day only. Maybe from the beginning of the month, they must try to spread that ideas of being who you are, where you came from. I think the Department of Education can play a big role to restore and taught people how to behave in your culture, because we are a Zulu, have got idiomatic expression, we have petty, you have got your own, you have got your own. All that language and that thing must come together. You know, if you go to Ndebele, you've got to call Koko Esther, who is a heritage himself. They used to go to Koko Esther to tell them how to do that painting. So I think the government must encourage all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And very lastly, how can we resonate with culture on a day-to-day basis as South Africans in very diverse languages and demographics?
I think what is good, my sister, we can try to teach our children. Maybe we can use Bible of your language so that your children know how to speak, how to pronounce your word. Try to get some books. I know that now everything is on social media. Those people that are controlling social media, they must try to add something culturally. For example, and from Nkwanongoma, if we can put Izikolo, a royal house, so that they will have that app for that, for that tribe. So it will be easy for anyone to learn about his culture, where he came from. Let me take, for example, something of Ilobol. Ilobol in AgwaZulu, it was there, but now it was modified by the white people who colonized. If we can go back and check what was there before, not all that head of cake that is called now. Even now they used to name that cake, but it's not our culture. Ilobolo was there, but the way it is conducted is wrong. If we can try to be online with the thing, keep on exposing how things was done, Mandulo, everything will come to the right position, my sister.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us this evening, drawing that conversation with Khaya Ndwandwe, who's a historian and cultural expert, speaking and expanding on the significance of Heritage Day.